Right, so the purpose of today's video is to talk to you about PDI and Test Ride. Now, whenever someone buys a new bike, we have to PDI it. And what does that mean? PDI, pre-delivery inspection. And that basically means that we go over the entire bike, make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight, put on the bits that need putting on, like mirrors and battery and putting fuel in it. We check the brakes work. We lube everything that needs to move. That's why you get little bits of white grease everywhere. And we check over everything. Make sure it's got oil in it, make sure it's the correct amount of oil. Put fuel in it, and we only use E5 fuel only because I don't trust that E10. As I say, make sure the brakes work, make sure nothing is loose, that all the nuts and bolts are tight, and then we go on a test ride, which is what I am doing right now. And the purpose of the test ride is to make sure the bike rides fine, starts okay, stops well, and handles okay. And anything we find on the test ride we take back, sort out, and take it on a further test ride. That's why most bikes come with a few miles on, because they've been test ridden. It doesn't just mean get on it, go for a jolly. It means check and make sure it does what it's supposed to do. So of course, checking the brakes, make sure the brake's okay, rear brake's okay, yep. Give it a little bit of a wiggle, make sure that the handling's okay, there's no noises, there's no knocks, there's no bumps. Make sure that everything is as it should be. Make sure the suspension's okay, so it seems to bounce okay and it goes over the corners all right. Making sure the speedo is in the correct amount, making sure the battery is charging if it's got a battery charger. Now bearing in mind, all new bikes need a bit of time for the suspension to settle in, for the brakes to build up to full, what's the word, ability to use and work properly. What's the bloody word I'm looking for? Let me know in the comment section below, because I've forgotten. And make sure that nothing is rattling, nothing's falling off, and that everything works okay. So this bike is going out along with about 9 or 10 others at the moment on the 1st of September. So we've got quite a lot of PDIs happening this week. So at the moment, yeah, I think I've got 10 going out on the 1st of September, all various different things. So I said I will take these out, do a little video and talk to you about the procedure. Now, we get quite a few bikes come in from other dealers that are coming for a service or coming for a first service or whatever, and we think, doubtful whether that's been PDI'd properly, because we don't see any grease. We see things that are loose, things that shouldn't be in the place where they are, etc. But I pride us in taking about 2 hours to do a PDI, and we don't charge a lot for it. Basically, I only put £100 on top of the asking price of the bike, and that includes the first year tax, the £55 registration fee, and the PDI charge, which basically works out to about 20 quid. Not a lot at all. So I already know that these suspensions, when they're first new, are a tiny bit jittery, and then once the suspension's settled in, it's okay. So we're already at the stage where I can feel it's a tiny bit jittery, but after a bit of usage and a bit of pumpage, they do settle in on these sims. Acceleration is fine. So I sit down at 30 miles an hour, open it up, make sure there's no hesitation, it's not bogging, and it gets up to 40 quite happily. As I say, suspension feels good, it handles well enough on the road. Indicators and lights have all been checked during the PDI, so I know they work okay. And I can be confident that this bike goes out to the customer in a full working condition, as it should be. So when I got back from that first test ride that I was doing the videoing on, I wasn't 100% happy with the suspension, so we checked it out, had a good old bounce, We've gone out for another ride and it's actually a lot better now. So that one is sorted. I'm happy that can go out now. Now, we don't just do PDIs on the new bikes. We've got used bikes going out. We've got this one going out in a couple of days, and we've got, where is it? What's over there? That one going out as well in a couple of days, Benelli BN. So we also do PDIs on that, check them over, make sure the oil is okay. If it needs changing, we change the oil as well. And we also take them out on a test ride to make sure we're happy that the customer is getting a safe bike. So that's it. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. And wherever you buy your bike from, make sure it's been PDI'd properly. If you come here, it will definitely have been PDI'd. Thank you. Goodbye. There he is doing one now, look.